Good morning, student. Today we will do the revision of nationalism in India. We will do the revision of the whole chapter through one chart, through one tabular form study. As you know that in this chapter we are focusing on the movement which was operated by, which was led by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi started so many movements. Some important movements among them are these. This is the movement. This is the date of the starting, what he did, and when it in this movement. When we saw the first movement, that was the Satyagraha movement. As I have told, what was Satyagraha according to Gandhiji? Gandhiji used to say that if the cause was true and the struggle was against injustice, then physical force is not required. A Satyagrahi could win the battle with the help of non-violence. How the conscience of oppressed person will appeal to conscience of oppressor to see the truth rather than forcing them to accept the truth. So this was the concept of Gandhiji. He believed that this dharma of non-violence will unite the whole Indians. So he started Satyagraha movement on 6 April 1919 throughout the whole country to oppose Rowlatt Act. There was proposed Rowlatt Act in which there was provision that any suspected person may be put in the jail without trial for 2 years. So, while opposing that act, Gandhiji started Satyagraha movement throughout the country. One major incident held on 13th April 1919, that was the Jallianwala Bagh incident, in which about thousands of Indians killed by the leadership of General Dyer in Amritsar. So that was a infamous incident held in our country on 13th April 1919. And the cause to stop that Satyagraha movement was the violence spread on the whole country, and the Jallianwala Bagh incident was the main reason to stop Satyagraha movement. The second movement started by Mahatma Gandhi was non-cooperation movement. It was believed of Mahatma Gandhi that the British government was established in India because of the cooperation of Indians. If we stop cooperating them to rule in our country, they could not be survived for more than 1 year. So he started non-cooperation movement in January 1921, and the program of non-cooperation movement was boycott of titles, boycott of civil services, school, colleges, army, foreign goods, etc. There was a boycott that I will not participate in any progress of the government. So there was a boycott process. One major incident held in February 1922 in Chauri Chaura of Gorakhpur district, in which 22 policemen were killed in that incident, and by seeing that incident, Mahatma Gandhi stopped the non-cooperation movement. Actually, he was against of the violence. It was his great faith that we could not fight against the Britishers with the help of violence. He believed in non-violence. Whenever there was a violence in his movement, and when he saw that he is unable to control that, he stopped that movement. So this was the reason that Mahatma Gandhi stopped non-cooperation movement in February 1922. What happened? Later on, in 6 April 1930, Gandhiji started civil disobedience movement. He conducted one Dandi march from Sabarmati Ashram in Gujarat to Dandi coastal area in Gujarat itself. From 12 March to 6 April 1930, he conducted that Dandi March or Salt March. This was the beginning of civil disobedience movement. In this civil disobedience movement, along with the procedure which was adopted in non-cooperation movement, another procedure was added, that was the breaking of rules. So what was did in non-cooperation movement, along with boycott of the things, there was breaking of rules, like making of salt, not give taxes, and like that. Whatever the rule was being made by the Britishers, it was being opposed it was being break down by the Indians. And it was stopped by one pact with Irving. There was Gandhi-Irving Pact on 5th March 1931, and that this civil disobedience movement was stopped. So this was the first phase. As we know that in the Gandhi-Irving Pact, Gandhiji decided to stop the civil disobedience movement, whereas as well as to participate in second round table conference. And Britishers accept to release all the political prisoners, those who were in jail during that time. Now the question is that what was there in the round table conference? Round table conference was conducted in Britain, and their aim was how the dominion state of government in India should be. उनका उद्देश्य था कि भारत में जो सरकार बनेगी आजादी के बाद, इसकी रूपरेखा क्या होगी, कैसे होगी, इन सारी व्यवस्थाओं पर चर्चा परिचर्चा के लिए ब्रिटेन में राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ, जो 3 राउंड में चला। पहला राउंड 1930 में हुआ, दूसरा राउंड 1931 में हुआ और तीसरा राउंड 1932 में हुआ। सो कांग्रेस ने सेकेंड राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए एग्री हो गई और उसने पार्टिसिपेट किया। इन अलग अलग राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस में भारत के अलग अलग प्रतिनिधियों भाग लिए, जिसमें दलितों की तरफ से डॉक्टर BR अम्बेडकर, मुस्लिमों का एक अलग प्रतिनिधि था, और इस तरह से कई छोटे छोटे वर्ग वहां पर अपनी भागीदारी सुनिश्चित। सेकेंड फेज सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट का शुरू किया गया 1933 में, जिसे 1934 में बंद कर दिया गया, क्योंकि बहुत सारे पार्टिसिपेंट जो फर्स्ट फेज में पार्टिसिपेट किए थे, सेकेंड फेज में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं किए, बिकॉज उनकी मांगों को एक्सेप्ट किए बिना ही गांधी जी ने गांधी-इरविन पैक्ट के द्वारा फर्स्ट फेज को समाप्त कर दिया था। इस कारण से उनमें काफी नाराजगी थी, जिस कारण से वो सेकेंड फेज में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं किया। एक और मूवमेंट था जो कि आपकी बुक में नहीं दिया हुआ है, दैट वाज द क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट। क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट मीन्स अंग्रेजों भारत छोड़ो, प्लीज गो अवे फ्रॉम इंडिया। देयर वाज द क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट। It was held on 8 August 1942. It was started in Gwalior Tank of Mumbai, and in that movement, Gandhiji gave one very important slogan, that was "Do or Die." do or die means this was the last moment to fight against Britishers. This was the last moment. You must remember that this was the time period in which Britishers were involved in Second World War. You know very well that Second World War was fought in 1939 to 1945. So this was a time period between them. They understand that this is the time that when we should attack with the full motion. So Gandhi ji gave a slogan, do or die, करो या मरो. ये अंतिम मौका है. अगर हम सब मिल करके लड़ेंगे तो ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट बिल्कुल ही यहां से चली जाएगी. This was the last war of Indian independence. In this moment, parallel government were made along with British government. Parallel government जिसको कि समानांतर सरकारें कही गई. ब्रिटिश की अलग सरकार थी, इंडियन लोगों ने अपनी अलग सरकारें बना ली. यहाँ पे ब्रिटिशर्स को आना अलाउ नहीं था. लाइक इन बलिया उत्तर प्रदेश, पैरेलल गवर्नमेंट वाज मेड इन द लीडरशिप ऑफ चित्तू पांडे. Similar government was made in different country of the corner. One of the important parallel government was of सतारा ऑफ महाराष्ट्र. महाराष्ट्र के सतारा में बहुत दिनों तक पैरेलल गवर्नमेंट चलती रही. ये जो बलिया की पैरेलल गवर्नमेंट थी वो 4 महीने तक चली थी, जिसमें ब्रिटिश के सारे सिंबल को वहां से फेंक दिया गया था. बाद में धीरे धीरे उन लोगों ने कब्जा कर लिया था. सो दिस वॉज द लास्ट वॉर ऑफ इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंट, Quit India movement, which was started on 8 August 1942. Now the question is that if Quit India movement was the last war of Indian independence, what was the first war of Indian independence? So revolt of 1857 is known as first war of Indian independence. One important fact which we should know that in September 1932 there was Pune Pact. Now the question is that why Pune Pact was held between Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. As I told, in Round Table Conference, it was held in 3 phases, 1930, 31 and 32. In 1932, the final conclusion of Round Table Conference was that in India, there are different religions. Britishers understand that India is not a nation. India is a country of different religion. They gave the decision in 3rd Round Table Conference that in India there will be different election. One election will be for Dalit, one election will be for Hindus, one election will be for Muslim, one for Christians and like that. So they want to participate, they want to divide our country. They want to rule in our country by divide and rule policy. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has accepted that whatever the pro forma has been given. While getting this news, Gandhiji was in jail during 1932. He started fast unto death. वो आमरण अनशन कर दिए कि जब तक इस व्यवस्था को समाप्त नहीं किया जाएगा हम आमरण अनशन पे बैठ गए. So what happened? Finally, there was a pact there between Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and during that pact, B.R. Ambedkar withdraw the demand of separate electorate. उन्होंने अलग से निर्वाचन की मांग को हटा दिया, उसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया और कहा कि if there should be some seats are reserved for Dalit, then he will be withdraw it. So that was conducted there. दलितों के लिए कुछ सीटें रिजर्व की गई, जिस कारण से उन्होंने अलग से निर्वाचन की मांग को अस्वीकार कर दिया. So this was held in Pune Pact. This is the summary of the important movement which was held in India during the Gandhi period. Okay, thanks.